this week's hardly even worth it Powerball jackpot is $40 million. This is Cory, and the CEO of the Anthem podcast.
Good afternoon, everybody. It's Rob.
I don't even think I'm going to buy a ticket.
Yeah, listen, it's not even worth it.
It's not even worth the drive for $40 million.
Well,
I'm not even going to find the shillings in my pocket for $40 million.
Luckily, I had my rent money available, so I went ahead and bought all of my rent money worth of tickets.
Yeah.
Because I figured less people playing, my chances go up.
Yeah.
Woo! Because that's how probability works.
Oh.
Yeah, so you saw that, though? The
Yeah.
people, like, spending their mortgage payment and stuff on tickets. I was going to win. I spent $1,000. I was going to win.
It's fun that we joke about winning last week on the podcast.
Right, yeah.
Because we in the heart of hearts, we both know.
Oh, and to be fair, I did win. I won the Powerball.
How much did you win?
$16, $14, something like that. But I mean, I won.
Yeah.
I did not win the jackpot.
Right,
but
you
I
didn't
won
win
it.
you didn't win the $1.5 billion, but you won.
Yeah, sure, $14.
You won a little bit. I thought that. So, like, you know how the odds are like 1 in 282 million?
Right.
I thought if I bought 10 tickets, then that would just bring that 282 million odds down a bit.
I did the math. I forgot to carry the zero. Sorry.
Turns out I only get 433.
Yeah.
Those people.
Oh, I shared it.
I know you did.
Here's the thing.
That's why I brought it up.
Math, not my strong suit. And I will admit that freely and voluntarily.
Yeah.
So I actually did the math from that thing. I'm like, that doesn't seem right. So I do the math and I'm like, oh shit, that's actually accurate. But the problem is, instead of reducing, which is what I should have done, 15 divided by 4, basically, or 13 divided by 4, I put in all the zeros, and at some point I made a zero error. Extra zero threw the math off. So,
yeah.
But I did the math. I'm like, oh, that's crazy. We should do that. Like, and then I saw a video. But,
or you know what we could do rather than just splitting the 1.5 billion amongst everybody? How about we just find 1.5 billion worth of spending that we're currently doing that we don't need to be doing?
Well, and the real winners were the children.
And then we all get that 433 back.
The real winners were the children because, as you know, part of the lottery goes to the kids of the states in which they play it. Like a solid 4% goes to the kids in this. Yeah, I saw Maryland Public Schools put out there like the real winners in this jackpot craziness were the children, and I was like, notice the new number. I feel like if it was a big number, they would have said $400 million goes to America's school or goes to Maryland schools.
Yeah,
no.
Right.
They didn't put a number because it's like $50.
Yeah,
we made a $50 donation. Nah, but those people who. And you sent me the GoFundMe. The woman who set up the GoFundMe. Where, like, basically blew all their money on tickets. $1,000 worth of tickets. And now we're going to starve, and we're going to get kicked out of our house, and we're going to freeze to death. Please help us.
Yeah, see, those GoFundMe people, like the...
First of all, you hate GoFundMe to begin with.
Well, Kickstarter and all those.
All of them.
The part of the reason why I hate them, though, is because I feel like there's, like... sort of like an automatic jump to it.
Right.
She did make some money before they pulled it because it wasn't
She
legal.
made like $800. Yeah. Was it more than that?
Oh, I don't know. They pulled it.
Yeah, when I checked it was like at $800. But that's the thing that people don't realize, it builds so easily because you donate $1, 800 people of the 300 million in our country donate $1. She got $800. So
well, if they all just donated $4.33, and she just
she'd have $1 billion. Unfortunately, well, I don't want to say unfortunately. Thank you guys for listening. Welcome to the show.
Unfortunately, thank you for listening.
We're back again because clearly we won, but we didn't win. Did you win anything?
Trombone. I don't know.
Didn't even check?
It's been on my list of things to do.
Right, but you saw that it wasn't a jackpot.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Fuck this. Yeah.
So it's like, I'll find out if I made $5 later.
We do want to thank you for listening, whether you're finding us on Stitcher, or Dogcatcher, or iTunes. Some of the easiest ways that you can help us out if you're listening to the sound of my voice now is to go to whatever RSS feed you use, give us a rating and a review. It helps boost us up into the rankings.
Or subscribe if you're just like one of the many new people who are just like in the look-in audience.
Right. Well, and I'm going to say we have had a huge uptick percentage-wise in subscribers. So welcome to the new people, and it has inspired us. So we're going to start doing something new week to week, which is I want to give everybody an update on where we are, and encourage people to join in on the fun. So right now we are at 166 Facebook followers. And I want us to set a goal that by the end of the month, we get up to 175.
Right.
So we will check in with you guys every week.
So I should make up
new profiles.
9 new Facebook profiles.
And just like them. Yes,
yeah.
absolutely.
Okay,
100%.
done.
All right, on Twitter we have 240 followers, and our goal is to get that up to 250 by the end of the month. So
easy enough.
If you follow, if you have a Facebook account, which is, all 6 billion people on the planet, basically, go to O The Anthem, or search for O The Anthem. It'll come up. Just click a like. If you're on Twitter, O The Anthem on Twitter. On Instagram, O The Anthem on Instagram. By the way, Mobby nominated Twitter and Instagram.
Yeah.
That's got to say something. There's good stuff on there you're missing out on.
People like us enough to not only nominate, but vote for us in the Mobbies.
Absolutely. So we're at 74 on Instagram. We want to get that up to 80 by the end of the month. And we have 38 subscribers on YouTube. And here's the weird thing. We're getting way more views than that. So I know you folks are watching it. Don't just watch. Go down, hit the subscribe button so that you don't have to go looking for it. It'll be right there on your desktop.
Yeah, just when you pull up YouTube and you're like, oh, what am I going to watch? Boop, just right there.
It'll be right there.
New episode.
So, we want to get that up to 50 by the end of the month. So thank you guys for all your support thus far. We're just asking you to go the extra mile in 2 ways. One, rate and review wherever it is that you hear the podcast or watch the podcast, and subscribe to us on all of those social media so you catch all of... Listen, you listen to this for an hour a week. This shit goes on all week long.
Yeah.
The banter back and forth, and sometimes it's Twitter, sometimes it's Instagram. We're all over the place. If you're not following us on all of those social media, you're missing out on part of it. So,
right.
And of course,
and
subscribe.
Listen, if you don't have Twitter, you don't have to make up one to just follow us.
No.
I mean, we'd appreciate it, but it's not necessary. I'm not trying to... You probably have an Instagram.
Everybody.
Just send us a follow. Because I'll tell you this. A goal of mine, I remember I was having a conversation with Rachel about it not too long ago. If I could make a big long-term career goal,
right,
one of them would be to be on Top Gear, which matters less now.
Okay.
I guess it would be the new Amazon motoring show.
Right, whatever it is, yeah.
I wanted to be the star in the reasonably priced car. Right. It was a big thing for me.
The lap in the Volkswagen.
Yeah.
Thing? Okay. Yeah.
I also always thought that a nice career goal would be having a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
Yeah.
I would feel that would be a very crowning achievement moment.
Right.
And the other one, which I think is pretty much for everybody who makes films in some way or another, is winning an Oscar.
Right.
I think it's like the number one
everybody wants
career goal.
And I mean, I want to be verified on Twitter.
And I mean, if we get enough people to like us on Facebook and Twitter and Google and all those sort of things, then I think it makes it easier.
Obviously does.
Yeah. Just like how everybody complains about how Leo hasn't won an Oscar. It's just like, well, Oh The Anthem has 9 million followers on Facebook.
Yeah.
And they can't get an Oscar?
And by the way,
Cory can't win an Oscar for the movie he didn't make yet?
Well, we've made movies. There's stuff out there.
What are my shorts?
Short film is a category. But by the way, 3 6 Mafia has more Oscars than Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
And
Kanye West has more Grammys than the Beatles.
All right, I'm done. I can't even. That's, and I mean, he does, and it's just ridiculous. But I mean, obviously, the Beatles were, but I saw The Revenant. You saw The Revenant.
Yep, just saw it this week.
When you go back and think about it, you're like, wow, that moved really slow, but it is so beautiful and so well done.
Yeah,
and there's enough. And I noticed this is the thing that has come.
Here's the good news.
Yeah.
Leonardo DiCaprio getting raped by the bear doesn't take that long. It's only a short little.
And it's spoiler alert for The Revenant because we're going to be talking about it a little bit. But it's Oscar time, so you guys got to start getting into these movies. Watch it. That scene was so fucking intense.
Yeah,
it was so good. I cannot say enough. That scene, not just that scene. Just my big concern about Leo is that he's really just waiting to win the Oscar.
Oh yeah, like like that's all he has left, and as soon as he does that, he's going to walk away.
Right.
I worry that he might make an announcement if he wins this year.
Standing there with the trophy.
Like, you know, like all I've ever really wanted was to win this Oscar, and now that I have, I'd like to announce right here and now that I'm retiring from acting.
Right.
And then you got to get whoever gave him the award, like Eddie Redmayne.
Chris Rock is out there. Like, guys,
I made a mistake. It's right here on the card.
Right here on the card. Unfortunately, the Oscar goes to Michael Fassbender.
Michael Fassbender is like, he stands up, he's like, I didn't even look like Steve Jobs.
Obviously, you've reviewed the list of the Oscar nominations.
Mm-hmm. All of them.
Right. So, and last year we did like a really in-depth one, but this year...
Well, I mean, I want to like really get into it
right.
closer to the Oscars. This is... Because number one, I know a lot of people who go to watch all the movies
right.
once the list is out.
Right, and I'm going to do that. I get the... You know, I fully pay all of the required money to watch them.
Yeah.
I almost said something else. Of course, I pay for the DVDs.
Right.
I go watch them on streaming.
Like I'm gonna watch all the Best Picture nominees before Oscar time. So before the actual show, we'll break it down in depth. But more of a critique of some of the nominees.
Okay, that's where I was going with it. Yeah.
If you saw my Twitter storm early on Tuesday morning when they announced, or Wednesday,
it was Tuesday. No, it was Wednesday, yeah. Where could people find that Twitter rant?
At LegendCB5 is where that Twitter rant lies.
And the best ones were retweeted by Oh the Anthem, which you should follow on Twitter.
I mean, it only makes sense.
Right, yeah.
There were a couple things that I found troubling.
Okay.
Not trouble. I mean, overall, I think the Oscar list hasn't really been bad for a couple years.
No.
They haven't really missed a lot of, like, I remember, I don't think it was last year, but 2 years ago, Inside Llewyn Davis, I thought was one of the best movies I saw all year. Didn't get nominated. I was just like, how is this even possible? It's a Coen Brothers film. It's awesome.
Right.
Completely got missed. I don't think anything that made the list didn't deserve to be there, and I don't think anything that was out there in the world deserve to be on the list that much. I can't make a reasonable argument for something that's on there that should be replaced by something else, I guess is the point.
The elephant in the room is the white elephant in the room. I mean, it's what people have been talking about this week.
And that's another point I brought up immediately after they mentioned it, which is I imagine the story is going to be, why is every single award for a person going to a white person for the most part, except for Alejandro Gonzalez Inarritu for Revenant directing, but
I mean that's not even and not that he doesn't deserve it. He absolutely deserves it, and not that there aren't other ones out there. But my biggest thing and what I heard the most was the faces on the screen who are nominated are all white.
Yeah,
and obviously there are women involved, but I don't know that any of the women nominated, if it was a best actor, as in anyone of any gender,
right.
That any of those people would have made the list here.
Mm-hmm.
See, because I didn't see a lot of these movies, so I can't say. But like,
I haven't seen a ton of the ones that have been nominated for Best Picture either, just because I've been busy this year.
Right. Yeah.
But obviously, I'm going to make room
in the next few weeks to see them.
Right.
Yeah. But no. So we have Chris Rock.
Let me pull up the list here, just so I can speak of it. Chris
Rock is hosting, and the high likelihood is that he will be one of the very few minority faces on the stage. The thing about the Oscars not being able to help themselves.
Yeah.
Jennifer Lawrence is in a dramatic movie. She gets nominated for an Oscar now. Eddie Redmayne, I did not see The Danish Girl, but when I saw that there was a movie out about a transgendered person in Europe in the 40s, I said, that's going to be an Oscar contender, and he's going to get a nod.
I said that Oscar night last year.
Yeah.
Because somebody was saying, like, you know, Eddie Redmayne won the Oscar this year, and now his next film is going to be The Danish Girl about transgender women. I'm just like, all right, well, he's going for two.
Right, because can't help.
He's going to be nominated again, I mean, even if it was a horrible piece of shit, they couldn't help themselves, kind of thing.
As super pretentious as I am, I can even point out that is just pretentiousness of this group of people.
Well, and here's part of the Oscars problem, I guess, is the Oscars problem is not nominating black actors or actresses or Latinos
or minorities of
any stripe. I think if you want to blame somebody, it's not the Oscars. It's the studios who make the films.
Right.
For not picking people of color for roles that they could be in. And nobody is going to say it like this, and I don't want to...
You're a huge racist, but go ahead.
Yeah, I'm not trying to insinuate anything, but they're probably going to make the argument like, well, who could we really cast that would be black that would open this picture?
Right.
Like some things, obviously you can't cast anyone but a white guy to play in The Revenant because it's frontier times, and if you had Denzel in that role,
he's not.
It wouldn't make make sense.
Yeah.
Just because, just like you can't have a white guy play Dr. Martin Luther King.
Right.
Like when Selma came out, you can't have Woody Allen be Martin Luther King.
But by the same token, Hollywood doesn't follow that rule. Moses in Exodus.
Yeah.
Christian Bale.
Right.
No need to have Christian Bale play that.
Or Emma Stone playing the Hawaiian girl. Yeah.
Improbable. I don't understand that.
Those things I fully grant you.
Yeah.
But when it's a role that doesn't require a type per se, they're gonna say like, well, why would I cast, Michael B. Jordan when I can get a more proven commodity,
right?
Kind of thing. Or why would I cast?
It's an institutional problem though, because Michael B. Jordan is who he is now. And because he's gotten opportunities, but there's no of those little opportunities that then build to the middles, that then lead to the Oscars.
Or have dancing girls like Nazis did.
Oh, by the way, another great thing I saw was interspersing Kim Jong-un having his little girls singing back and forth between the nonsensical freedom, USA is great song that Trump had.
Yeah.
So they are literally the same person. He's literally looking to the biggest, fastest dictators in history and saying, let's find some stuff we could use.
Well, did you ever see the bit on The Daily Show about how Trump is basically just an African dictator?
Yes! No, that's exactly what he is. He's a banana republic / African blood diamond dictator.
Yeah.
Who's running for election and leading the Republicans in the polls right now.
All right, well... Let's move on to the Baltimore Corner.
Baltimore Corner, that sounds familiar.
That's where you get the straight dope.
Ah.
With some great news. Resurgent news.
Mm-hmm.
Chris Davis is back.
Yay. And we overpaid for him.
Look forward to a lot of home runs.
Well, and so here's the thing. Baseball contracts are guaranteed.
Yep.
Which means that absent any home runs, he still gets paid $161 million for the next 6 years. 7 years, sorry.
Yeah.
7 years. Which includes some junk time at the end, I would suspect. So,
well, he'll be 37 at the end of his contract, so think about Ryan Howard.
Yeah, but whether he stays healthy is a question.
He was 30 when he signed his contract. And
stays healthy, question. Actually turns in the form that allows him to use his prescribed medication, question. Misses the playoffs, question.
You know what? I think the Orioles are in the place right now where they said we have a window. We've been really good the last couple seasons.
Right.
If we get 3 more years out of this core, then this is our window to try and improve and win.
Up until 2018 when Jones is back up and Machado's back up and Wieters.
Think about the Phillies. So I just brought up the example of Ryan Howard. How much is a World Series worth to you? Is it worth?
No, I get that.
6 years from now, when Chris Davis is hitting 20 home runs a year and is a shell of his former self.
Yes, no, it's
for that one World Series.
Yeah, it's worth it.
Yeah, so I mean,
well, and I just
I'm not saying the Orioles are going to win the World Series. I'm just saying this is the move that you have to make if you're serious about trying to compete in this landscape. And
what I really am going to miss out on is the fact that if neither Reimold nor Davis nor Flaherty had returned, that I could take interesting selfie Snapchats with the depressed row of people.
Flaherty regrettably signs a new contract.
But yeah, if they were all gone, you three would be super depressed, and I'd be like, "Hey, I was at the baseball game."
I'd just find a new boyfriend. It would be tough, but I'd find one.
You just jump man to man to man.
I'm a bit of a man whore.
Today.
Now that you guys know what Texas looks like, I guess all you have left to do is go to ohtheanthem.com, send an email to Cory at ohtheanthem.com, Facebook, Twitter, Google+, YouTube, Instagram. Boost those numbers, like Rob said. We have goals.
Yes.
We have homework for you, like our Facebook page. And the listener line, 443-219-7595.
What's that number again?
443-219-7595.
And, of course, you can find me on all your social networks at Robert N. Cheek. Make sure you check out robertandcheek.com for all the information and all the links to everything that I do, including the books, which are available on Amazon.
Buy Rob's books.
Thank you.
Well, I think we've done good here today.
We've done something. I don't know if it's good. But thank you guys for listening. Make sure you do check out The Anthem on social media. Get those numbers up. Help us reach our goals for the end of January.
Yeah, because Cory needs to win an Oscar.
Cory does need to win an Oscar. And Rob wants to be on the Nerdist. Come on, guys.
Come on, Hardwick.
Anyway, as always, you're listening to the The Anthem podcast, part of the The Anthem digital network. For Cory, this is Rob. Have a great week, everybody.
Should we move to Los Angeles?
Yeah, let's move The Anthem to Los Angeles.
All right. Got to make an offer for us to stay. Public money or else The Anthem goes to Los Angeles.
Come on, Baltimore. Get it done.
$100 million or else.